He was born in the wild, part wolf, part dog. One day when his mother had gone hunting for food, White Fang tumbled out into the world. 2 Indian braves, Grey Beaver and 3 Eagles, found White Fang and took him to their village.
I will call him White Fang.
One day, Grey Beaver took White Fang to Fort Yukon to trade furs. The fort was a bustling gold mining town full of dangerous characters. A hideously ugly white man known as Beauty Smith approached him and offered to buy White Fang from Grey Beaver. The Indian had been unable to sell his furs in the trading post, so even though he loved White Fang, Grey Beaver agreed to sell him for 6 gold nuggets. The evil Beauty Smith dragged White Fang back to his home and threw him into a horrible steel cage.
Come on, White Fang, mean!
Day after day, Beauty Smith tormented White Fang, and he soon got what he wanted. White Fang was full of hate. It was now winter, and Beauty Smith knew that the men were stuck indoors and bored. His plan was to make White Fang fight other dogs to entertain the miners. All the miners had heard of the ferocious White Fang, and they flocked to see him fight. White Fang was crazy with hate, a hatred for Beauty Smith that was taken out on every dog he fought. White Fang was unbeatable. Across the north they travelled, White Fang taking on all dogs and Beauty Smith making a fortune.
Roll up! Roll up!
And so it continued, until there were no more dogs to fight. Desperate, Smith found one last dog for White Fang to fight. He was a short, ugly bulldog. But for the first time, White Fang made a mistake. The bulldog was able to grab his throat, and the bulldog would not let go. Beauty Smith was furious. His champion, his meal ticket, was being beaten. Just as he was about to start beating White Fang with a stick, Smith was punched in the face by a stranger.
Leave him!
His name was Weedon Scott, and he was a decent man who hated cruelty to animals. Scott threw some money at Beauty Smith and told him he was taking White Fang away. With that, he gently picked up the unconscious wolf dog and carried him away. Weedon Scott took White Fang back to his cabin and did his best to treat the badly injured wolf. White Fang bit Scott on the hand, but Weedon didn't admonish the wolf dog. Instead, he showed him more love and kindness. And 2 months later, Weedon took the wolf dog to his home in the city. Weedon's wife, Alice, grew to love White Fang, as did their son. Even Collie, the family dog, began to play with the big wolf dog. And one morning, it was Collie the dog who coaxed the family into the backyard. They were delighted to find a litter of newborn puppies.
Look, puppies!
White Fang was a father. And so, the wolf dog's journey was complete.